Hello, beautiful gems. Day 15, y'all. We are over halfway through our gratitude practice. Say hello in the comments, please. And remember, please send me some more words of gratitude. I'm going to take the lid off so we can capture our collective love and appreciation in this jar. I also have my gratitude rock. I hope you have yours with you. Day 15 is about healing magical relationships. And so let's just go ahead and start tapping. And you don't even have to tap if you don't feel like you want to tap all the time. Like you can just listen if you want. But I'm always going to tap because it always moves mountains for me. I thought I would start a little earlier tonight so that we don't end up like totally in the dark for this practice. But I have a channeled message for you from life, directly from life. Like I'm not even kidding. I have had the most magical day today, and I want to share a story with you. I want to share an experience with you. And I want to tap as I share it with you because I want to reprogram my body. I want to reprogram my nervous system and just follow along. You can just tap where I'm tapping or just watch where I'm tapping. Just listen to the words. Whatever feels good to you. But take a deep breath. Smile. And life is so delicious. The message that came through so loudly for me today was that life is really calling all of us to be as deeply present and intentional in every moment as we can possibly be. And the way to become more intentional and more present in every now moment is to support your nervous system to hold the joy that wants to come into our lives. Under the nose. Deep breath. Oh, how much joy can you hold? Say it. How much joy can I hold? Smile. Even if it doesn't feel right. Chin. Go to the chin. Even if you feel pissed off or angry or you've had a shitty day, smile. Like giggle with me. Even if I'm triggering the F out of you right now, just smile and tap a little bit because it's going to shift you. It must, because it's the way that the body works. It's the way that the energy field works. If we intentionally tap into it, it's going to shift and move for us in a different way because we're saying yes to a change. Tap right here on your heart chakra. Smile, deep breath. And life wants to co-create with us in the most magical way, in a relaxed, beautiful way that's less about survival, not at all about survival, and more about expansion and fun and how much joy can we hold? Say, I choose to hold more joy. Open your chest, drop your shoulders. Be here with me now. As thoughts come in, just let them go. You can't mess this up, remember? Just come and tap with me for a little while. And repeat after me if you feel called to repeat. I choose to hold more joy in my life. Smile. Deep breath. Remember, low, deep breath, waves up to the upper chest. Start in the belly, that chest, or that breath waves up into the chest. Exhale. I choose to hold more joy. I choose to hold more magic. And a life says to us, how present can we be with every bit of minutia around us? Every tiny detail around you, like how deeply intentionally present can you be with the table, with the chair, with the glass of water, with the gratitude rock, with the phone, with the trees, with the grass. I have chills all over. And look, the sun is hitting my face in a different way now. It's like it shifted. Gratitude for the sun. Like how present can I be with the sun? I was just sitting down on the dock and I could hear the water speaking to me. Like how present, just calling me in, like in waves, right? Like how present can you be with me? Let's go to this inner wrist. And the ultimate way to presence is gratitude, right? Like, the ultimate gift to yourself and the world around you is deep, profound gratitude. And this is how we expand our experience in the physical realm, in all realms. But we came to play with the physical, right? We came to dance in the physical and co-create with our higher self, with our creator, which is not separate from your physical body or your higher self. It's oneness, right? Ultimate oneness. And I could hear the water just drawing me into the wave of motion that I was experiencing as I was sitting on the dock, and I was just called to be more present, be more present, be more present. Like, how present can you be in this wave motion that you're experiencing on the dock? How present can you be with the baby ducks that show up over here? All of the beautiful gifted experiences. I mean, it was just freaking magical. Okay, let's go to the side of the thumb. And what I want to encourage you to do is, if something comes up in your body as you're tapping, or a memory, thought, feeling, emotion, something, some old kind of stuck energy from earlier in the day comes up as we're tapping, I just want you to wrap it in love, wrap it in light. Do what feels right. Say the statements that feel right as I'm sharing with you. It's all perfect. It's all woven. It's all perfect. You're exactly where you should be right now. There's nothing that should be different about the now moment. This is the moment that we've created for ourselves. And when we surrender to the moment and the trust that we're exactly where we are meant to be, even if it sucks, go to the finger. Even if it sucks. As we hold on to the resistance and the suckiness of that moment, it expands the suckiness. And we get stuck. And we don't have to be stuck. Ooh, okay, I feel a shift. Open your chest, drop your shoulders, deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Oh, shake your body. Like, be so present right now. Thoughts come in, just put them in a cloud and let it pass by. There's so much to shift right now. Go to the middle finger. And I'm going to share some stories with you as we tap. Okay, so you do you during this tap. You don't have to say a word. You can just lean into the story. If something comes up and you feel like you need to say a statement or say a word, do that. If you need to breathe into a space in your body, do that. This is going to be the perfect experience for all of us together right now. And we're amplifying it because we're doing it together. So the shift that we're creating is going to be bigger, and the portal that is here before us is bigger than ever. We're going to go to the bottom of the ring finger. If you're just now joining, just hop in and start tapping. Okay, smile, deep breath. There's something here for all of us in these stories, or I wouldn't be called to share them. So this magical web of creation, all of the perfect circumstances being here before us, that hit me earlier today when I was talking to my co-parent. And he just had a baby with his wife of 2 years now. And so my kids have a new sibling through a different portal than myself. I'm so grateful for that. Let's go to the pinky. And the baby, what happened is Mama went to a scheduled doctor's appointment. Like, everything physically for her felt fine. Baby's been moving, like no issues. She just went for a regular checkup. And what ended up happening, move to the side of the hand. What ended up happening is they did an ultrasound and they had a really hard time finding a heartbeat. And so some red flags went up, right? And then they were able to find one eventually, but she was having some decelerations in her heart rate. Baby was. Deep breath. And the doctor said this baby needs to come out within the hour. And he looked at co-parent and said to him, I don't know if you believe in a higher power, but the higher power definitely had a hand in this, because if you all had not gotten in here, within 2 hours, if you had come in 2 hours later, the baby probably would not have made it. And God, when he said that to me, just chills all over my body. And I just heard this like booming, echoing, like I'm seeing a hallway of this message of like, it is divinely woven. Okay, now let's go here to our collarbone. It's divinely woven for us. All circumstances are perfect. It's not by chance that they went in that day and had the ultimate. There was no by chance there. That was woven, co-created by the entire family. Baby Piper wanted to come early. Baby Piper was like, I want out this portal. I want through this portal now, because things are getting so juicy on the earth right now. Like, let me in, let me out, let me in, right? Simultaneously, let me in and let me out all at once. Okay, go down, find your nipple, go down to your very bottom rib, smile, deep breath. It's all woven, right? And so what's really coming through is like, you're exactly where you need to be. And it came through for me too, because full transparency, I've had some resistance coming up, and I'm recognizing, my trust in the universe is wavering. And this is how humans are, right? Like, we'll build up just enough energy that will start to create a manifestation here and a manifestation there. And then we start blocking shit. Because how much more joy can you hold? Deep breath. I choose, repeat after me, I choose to hold more joy. Shake it, shake it. Okay, now reach across, right where your bra strap would sit if you're wearing one. Okay? Reach across. Let's do both sides at the same time, hugging ourselves. Try to drop your shoulders and open your chest just as much as you can while we're tapping there. Deep breath. Now, this baby, I knew this baby was going to be fine, but I'd be lying if my human didn't come in and try to give me some fears around it. And let me tell you why. Because when I found out that mom, their stepmom, was pregnant, some big resistance came up in me. Some old stories came up. I'm human, right? Like, we get to be human. And I was recognizing my resistance to this, but then I was like, not that I didn't want it to happen. That's not what I mean. It's like, okay, where's the resistance? Like, what's the resistance? How can I breathe more life into this experience for myself and for them? How can I experience another healing through this experience that stepmom, I guess I'm just trying to not use names just to honor them in whatever way, right? This experience that she's creating for me, right? Like, we co-created this together. Like, we agreed to mom, top of the head, deep breath, to mom these kids together. And so I asked life. I'm just going to refer to it as life right now, because it's what's like coming through. I just asked life. I was like, can I feel more connected to this experience? Will you gift me something to feel more connected and more joyful and more loving for this experience? And it was dreams. I dreamt of the baby. I knew the baby was going to be a girl before anybody knew. I dreamt of the baby. I was with the baby. The baby was a girl. And not only that, I was holding the baby while sitting on their couch in their house. She was on one side. Co-parent was on the other side. And the kid, my kids were just kind of playing around in the house. And I'm holding the baby with stepmom right next to me. And we're like, her and I are like just in awe over this baby. We are looking at this baby like it is the best thing ever, because it is, right? Okay, inner eye. And as I'm looking at this baby, I actually end up getting like X-ray vision. Outer eye. I get X-ray vision and I can see inside of this baby's mind. Okay, and now let's lean into this. Like, we're working with neuroscience right now, right? This is my thing, this tapping thing that rewires your brain and rewires your nervous system. Like, this is my thing. And I could see inside the baby's brain. And I could see the neurons firing, and it was beautiful. It was, you know how when you're meditating under the eye, you know how when you're meditating, you go into a deep meditative state and you start seeing the colors swirl, and the like those really beautiful, vibrant colors, like the greens and the purples and the blues and the pinks. That's what I was seeing in her brain. Under the nose, deep breath. understand that there's something in the story. Something's transmuting for us in this story, even if we don't know it. Even if you're like, okay, why is she telling this story? Something's here for us. So keep hanging with me, keep tapping. Okay? And I'm admiring this baby, and I'm like, and I look at her, and I look at mama, and I say, this baby is so special. Move to the chin. This baby is so special. And I just remember feeling in the dream just so connected with life and so connected with them as a family, and it's like so beautiful to be able to embrace this new life that my ex has created and to not be bitter about it. And not, because there are a lot of reasons that I could choose to be bitter about it, right? There are a lot of old stories that I could lean into and sit in and like, no thanks. I don't want to do that. I want to embrace every part of life that I can. Let's go down to the collarbone. I want to experience it all from a place of beauty, because why not? I mean, what's the flippin' alternative? Right? No, thank you. I'm not interested in the alternative. I'm interested in the most expanded perspective in the deepest heartfelt way possible. That's what I'm interested in for everything in life. Everything. It does not matter what the experience is. That is my intention in this lifetime. Go to the heart point here on the inner wrist, inside wrist. Deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Okay, so that takes us into our gratitude practice that I'm going to go ahead and share with you. And I got another story. I've got another story about my unicorn. So our gratitude practice has everything to do with choosing a relationship that's difficult in your life. Like, I want you to choose the most difficult relationship that you have in life. Maybe you don't have any. Like, that's kind of like where I am. I don't have any super difficult relationships in my life. And honestly, I'm kind of in a place now where I've kind of extracted those people from my awareness in a loving way. But to serve us both on the highest, I just don't engage with people who create drama in my life anymore. I say, what is it? Bye, Felicia? That's what I say. In a loving way, right? We get to hold them in love and honor. And no matter if they've wronged us in some way, real or imagined, we get to, let them go in full forgiveness and like no attachment, right? Because we don't want any of that shit to weigh us down. But you're going to make a list. Okay, just commit this to memory because we're tapping. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, just lean into the gratitude practice if you feel called. Otherwise, just keep tapping and tap some more tomorrow and come back and tap some more the next day. It's all perfect. But you're actually going to sit down and make a list of 10 things about this person that you like and why. I'm telling you, go to the thumb. It will move mountains for you. And it's not easy to do that. And you may feel some real deep resistance around it. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to tap it. You're going to tap it out. As you go through and you write that first statement, I am so grateful for so-and-so because, and you feel resistance around it, go to your finger here. You're going to tap it out. You can tap it out. And you're going to write 10 statements of gratitude about this person. I guarantee you, hands down, hand to heart, without a doubt, something will shift in that relationship. Go to the middle finger. So that's our gratitude practice. And you're still going to write your 10 gratitudes. If you haven't written any gratitudes yet, this is your first gratitude practice. Start today. Sit down and write 10 things that you're grateful for and why. And then find yourself a rock. Carry it around with you. Keep it with you always. At night, lay down. Hold your rock. Think about how amazing your day was. And say thank you, thank you, thank you for, and pick the best experience that you had through that day. And just like savor it. Waller in it, okay? Now let's go to the bottom of the ring finger. You know how we like to waller in bullshit sometimes? We're flipping this practice, right? We're going to waller. We're going to ruminate on something positive. The best thing that happened to you today, okay? And now let's go to the pinky finger. It's kind of hard to tap and tell you where to go and keep a coherent story going, but I'm getting better at it. I'm making new neural connections in my brain, right? Okay, now go to the side of the wrist. Deep breath. Okay. Now I'm telling you, since I've been doing this practice, my days have gotten better and better and better. And I'm going to tell you about my day today because it was freaking magical. So James ended up hanging out with Dad today. And it was Nadia and I. Sophia had play rehearsal. And so Nadia and I were like, I mean, the weather is divine. I mean, it's like, I don't know, 70 degrees right now, maybe 68 or so. It's feeling 68. My intuition is saying 68, baby. Okay, it's about 68 degrees, exactly 68 degrees right now. But it was like, I don't know, 72, 73. And I mean, it was perfect writing weather. So we're like, okay, we're going to go to the barn. Let's go to the top of the head. We're going to go to the barn and see what magic is going to happen. And like a lot of people who are typically at the barn right now are doing 4-H stuff. So the barn was empty. It was me and Nadia only. We took our time. Like when you go visit a horse, something that you'll find someday if you ever own a horse, or maybe you do own a horse, is that like you don't rush. Go to your inner eye. It slows you down. And I know physiologically, part of the reason that happens is because a horse's heart is like way bigger than ours. It's like something like 10 times the size of ours or something. And their heart beats slower than ours. And so what happens when we're interacting, and this is why like equine therapy is a thing, is that your heart actually slows down. Outer eye. Your heart actually slows down and it's more easier. It's easier for you to drop into your parasympathetic nervous system when you're in the heart field of a horse, because they're just, I mean, think about it. Like boom, 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 boom. Like they slow your heart and you get like a more synchronistic heartbeat. It's a healthier heartbeat and they just slow you down under the eye. Like you will never catch me rushing at the barn. Even if I've got something to do, it's like afterwards, you know, it is a choice, right? I'm sure there are plenty of people who rush around the barn, but it's like you get into this trance state, okay, under the nose. And so her and I are in this trance state, Chin, and we're just brushing him and we washed out his water bowl and just kind of hanging out. And then we went out, we set up some jumps. We both rode, I cantered, Nadia jumped, and I'm riding Cody and I'm thinking, like with deep intention, I'm thinking about, go to the collarbone. I'm thinking about our horse trainer, Logan. And Logan is just she is a unicorn. She just is a precious soul. And I'm thinking about how her being in my life has literally changed everything for me. She was a portal for me. And I'm thinking of the timing around when we started horseback riding lessons, because that's when I met Logan. This was 6 years ago. I was not yet divorced, but we were in the thick of, like, he was not there anymore. And we were navigating all of that. And we needed some barn life. And I didn't know Logan before that. Like, I just happened, right? Everything's divinely woven. I just happened upon this barn and we started taking lessons. Well, the kids started taking lessons and they loved it. They fell in love with horseback riding. Okay, now let's go down to remember, find your nipple, go down to that bottom rib. So the kids fell in love with it. We stuck with it. Open your chest, drop your shoulders, deep breath. And we have just kept riding. Well, maybe 6 months into riding, Logan introduced us to Cody, our current horse. Cody was an orphan horse. The guy who owned him had died and left him to someone who didn't ride, but because he's a certified therapy horse, they kept him as a tax write-off. But he never had anyone come and visit him. He was just a lesson horse. And you could feel his energy of kind of pissed off at the world that he was an orphan, that he didn't really have anyone, but everybody else seemed to have someone. Like abandonment issues, right? I could feel his abandonment issues. Okay, reach across, go right here under the arm. And Nadia and him, they're both stubborn. They have similar personalities. They fell in love, and Nadia's been writing him. So pretty much for 6 years, Nadia's been writing him. And then I'm going to kind of fast forward the story because I know I've told the story before, but I'll keep telling it because it's so magical. What happened is the owner died. And like in the past, with no resistance at all, Nadia and I used to talk about owning Cody. We were like, he's ours. Someday we're going to own him. But it didn't seem like there would be any sort of circumstance where that would actually happen. Like, he was a tax write-off. They were holding on to him. They didn't love him, but they kept him for financial purposes, right? Okay, now let's go top of the head again. No, I'm sorry. Let's go inner wrist, deep breath. And so we were kind of like, we just wrote him. We just appreciated it. But we said it often when we said it with no resistance at all. Cody is ours. Cody's going to be ours someday. And then the circumstances came about. The owner passed away. Whoever inherited him did not want to keep the horse. And I mean, the whole barn knew that we loved Cody. And like, Cody and Nadia are like besties. And so we got the offer. And there was no flipping way I was going to not get this horse. Okay, so fast forward to today. We're riding, having a great day. And I'm on the horse and I'm thinking about Logan. And I'm just wrapping her in love. Go to the thumb. And I'm thinking, I want to gift her. I'm going to gift her so big someday when I'm a millionaire. And it's going to happen sooner than later. I've got chills all over my body. And I just sat in that feeling. And I just was just loving the freaking frick out of her. Sending her so much love and thinking, what am I going to do for Logan? Someday I'm going to surprise the frick out of her. She's going to be so shocked. I'm going to knock her socks off at my generosity to show her how much I appreciate the way that she's changed my life. I was just loving her. And then got off the horse, took our time, took Cody to eat some grass. And again, I'm thinking of Logan. I'm like, God, she's awesome. We would not be standing here with this horse if it wasn't for Logan. So we finish up. Let's go to the index finger, deep breath. We finish up and get in the car, and me and Nadia are like, we're hungry. So we were going to go to one place, and then we decided, Nadia was like, I don't want to go there. And then we're going to go to another place. And I was like, okay, well, let's go. We're going to go to a little Mexican restaurant on the way home. And then I was like, you know what? I said, like, Nadia, what if we go to this place right over here by the barn? Go to the middle finger, deep breath. What if we go to this little place right here by the barn? I mean, we haven't been to this place in like, I don't know, 4 years, 3 or 4 years. It's a place that when we used to ride with another girl named Peyton, we used to go meet her family. We went over there and met them a couple times. I was like, let's go just right here. We haven't been there in a long time. She's like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Okay, go under the ring finger, deep breath. And so we go into the restaurant and I freaking walk in, and do you know who's there? Go to the pinky. Freaking Logan. Logan is there. Logan lives 35 minutes north of the barn. She's there with her friend who also lives like 35 minutes north of the barn. Go to the side of the hand. Deep breath. And I saw her and my whole body lit the F up. Like my whole body's chilling right now. Okay, now there's more because a big download came through after this, okay? Okay, so I see her. I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm here with my friend from Elwood or something. And she's like, and I'm like, what? That's far away. And she's like, I know, this is our place. This is where we meet. And I'm like, OMG. Oh, okay, do you see what just happened there? Do you see what happened there? That is manifestation through gratitude. Just let that land for a second. Let's just let that land for a second. Deep breath. Exhale with a sigh. Go to the head. You feel me on this? Are we letting this land? There's a huge bird flying above. Oh, I think it's a vulture. Manifestation through gratitude. How easy was that? I'm sitting on a horse. Horses are portals, okay? That guy's a unicorn for sure. And I actually was sitting there thinking, I want to open a unicorn portal right now while I was writing him. It's all about intention. I just set the intention and boom, it happened. And I literally, within 30 minutes, manifested Logan by loving her so deeply, sending so much I about shit when I walked in, and I did not expect to see her. And the other thing is, all the other horseback riding kids are at 4-H. Like, why wasn't Logan at 4-H? That's where I thought she would have been, but she wasn't. I'm not judging it. She wasn't supposed to be there, but I'm like, there's all these reasons why she wouldn't be there. Are you hearing me? Let's go to the inner eye. There are all these reasons, all of these supposed reasons why she would not be there in that moment, but she showed up for me. Outer eye. This is the power of gratitude. This is the power of being fully present with life. Deep breath. Okay, now, the other thing that's coming through, and then we're going to wrap this up, is now what, and then there's this big mural of all these horses on the wall. I'm gonna remember to put that in the comments when I get done. Because I there's like all these horses on the wall. Like, what is going on right now? The universe is playing games with me in the most beautiful way, right? And that's what it's about, under the nose. That's what it's about. That's what's coming through so strong for me. It recently is like, I've had this resistance coming in around just like manifesting life and manifesting this and manifesting that. And I don't really think about it like that, right? Because, like I felt the human doubt, that egoic doubt trying to slip in on me recently because things have been so awesome. Go to the collarbone. And, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that next level, like life is always asking us to go deeper, like to stretch beyond our border. And I feel myself at an edge, and I need to expand the edge of my field to hold more so that my ego doesn't weigh me down, so that my ego doesn't call me back into constriction. And so I'm getting this hit around like money wants to play with us. Okay? And go to the bottom rib. And listen, if you're one of those people who like doesn't want to talk about money and that is going to get super triggered and want to leave my life because I'm talking about money, I'm going to encourage you to stay. Because money needs us to transmute all of the low frequency, dense, dark, miscreant energy that is around it. Like money wants to be loved back to life. Money wants to be loved back into wholeness. And, that's not what I want to say. But it's very important for us to work with money in a different way. And, money is a vehicle, right? Money is a byproduct of you shifting your energy. Reach under the arm. And I just am getting this hit around like Monica. Like money's speaking to me and saying, I need you to be more playful. Don't drop back into your old ego ways of constriction and fear and doubt and scarcity and like bare minimum, right? Like I want you to play with me. I want you to play with me. And something else that's really standing out is I was thinking of Logan and I was thinking of what can I give back to her? How can I give to her from overflow? And what if we thought about this with money too? What can I do for the money? What does the money want to do when it comes into my field? How can this be a co-creation? Money is an energy that you can actually have a conversation with. It's not just a piece of paper, right? It's not just a number on your screen when you look at your digital bank account. Like it's an actual real energy that has been really shit on and corrupted and by humanity. That was not really money's choice, right? I mean, in some way, it's always a co-creation. We agreed to this experience, right? Like when we get shit on, we actually do agree to get shit on. That's really what I do believe. And when you actually lean into that knowing, it can be empowering and not enraging. Well, if you tap on it. Okay, go to the head. Deep breath. But that we get to be playful for. And what if the next time you sat down to manifest, a certain amount of money for a vacation or something like that, what if you asked the money? What if you were like, hey, what do you want to do? This is how you actually create a relationship with something that seems to be like, a table or a chair or, some inanimate object in our eye. It's not an inanimate object. It's actually, and you can actually ask money, what are you trying to show me here? Outer eye. And don't get me wrong, I'm no expert. Me and money are still working on our relationship. But there are many times that I have sat down and asked money, what are you trying to show me here? And money will show me. And I'm being called to be more present and to really support money to breathe life back into money. Breathe life force back into this frequency, this thing that we call money. Deep breath. Under the eye. Okay. Smile. Under the nose. Deep breath. Chin. Smile. I see you, Tracy, Suzanne, Morales, Vicky. Okay, chest. All right, now I've got a zipper in the way. I've got a microphone. I've got a heart that my kids gave me. Isn't it pretty? That was my Mother's Day gift. Tapping all around. Do that little gorilla pound. Open up that. Oh my gosh. Just open your heart. Smile. Okay. Now let's relax. My nose is itching. It's all part of the process, right? And placing your hands wherever feels good to you. Smile. Oh. And let's just sit with this for a moment. Just chills all over. This has nothing to do with the words, really. The words are just kind of a guide for our 3D mind to keep us here, to keep us, in the conversation, in the present moment. It's not about the words. It's never about the words. It's always about a frequency. Do you feel it? It's going to invite you to feel the frequency of this now moment. Deep breath. Every time you tap, you invite your nervous system into a new experience to more fully access the frequency, a frequency, the feeling, the suprasense, that which is beyond the physical body, that which is far bigger, that which is omniscient, omnipresent, that which is beyond the physical realm. Just going to feel the energy shift, and let's expand our heart field beyond our physical body with intention, taking a deep breath and seeing your heart field expand to 6 feet from every direction of your body. Deep breath. You don't have to see anything, don't have to feel anything, you just set the intention. It's all happening. Relax your body, relax your feet, your legs. Open your chest, drop your shoulders. And now take a deep breath and expand your heart field beyond your house. Wrap your heart field around your entire house. Feel it. Now take another deep breath and expand your heart field to wrap around your entire country. Now rise up and look down at your country and see that your heart field not only wraps around your physical body, but wraps around the entire country. Now rise up once again, take a deep breath, and wrap your heart field around the entire earth. And now wrap your arms around the earth. See yourself as the earth. As you meld together your physical body with the earth and feel the oneness of everyone, everything. And now move into the center of the earth as the earth. See your heart as the heartbeat of the earth, the center of the earth. Just intend to see yourself as a planet, as the earth. And now take a deep breath, and as you breathe in, your heart field, as the earth's heart field, is going to stretch out beyond the entire solar system. And now breathe again, and we're just going to stretch the heart field beyond the beyond the beyond. We're going to let the heart field be infinite, infinitely stretching beyond the solar system, beyond the universe, beyond the multiverse. Deep breath. Nothing is difficult when you are the infinite. Challenges are merely lessons. Feel the infinite nature of yourself. Deep breath. Smile. Feel it. It's okay if you don't feel it. It's all still happening. I feel it for you. And you manifested these words through me, so, oh my goodness. How beautiful has this been? I'm so grateful for you. Weave some love into our water. Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath. And I want you to take a deep breath with me. And I'm going to exhale into the water. And we're setting the intention that as we all exhale as one, that our collective frequency moves into our water. Okay, ready? Deep breath. It's pouring love into this water. Wow. Thank you so much for joining me. Magnificent. We are. We are. I love y'all so much. Have the most amazing night or day, whatever it is for you. Please put hashtag replay in the comments if you're watching the replay. Please tell me if you were on live. And I'm going to hit finish, and I'm going to post the picture of the horses on the wall at the restaurant right after I get done so I don't forget it. So thank you so much. I see you, Damon, Tracy. A transmutative life upon the spiral of dreams. I love that so much. I've got chills all over. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the stars, Damon. I appreciate you. All right, I love y'all so much. Have an amazing night. Bye-bye.